Okay, hallo Test. Wir haben langsam ein Problem. Ich weiß immer noch nicht, wo der Schuss gefallen ist. Kann ich mich eigentlich dazu umentscheiden, die festzunehmen? Nur mal so aus
Hello,
Neugier.
officer. What brings lies?
Yes, we demand she be punished for deceiving us. We demand her anxiety. She nods, then nervously.
Okay.
Okay. Wir wissen immer noch nicht, also ich glaube immer noch nicht, dass hier geschossen wurde. Ich meine, wo ist die Mordwaffe? Also wenn da oben geschossen wurde, das spricht ja entweder für die da oben oder für Ruby.
Master Investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you?
So, das
Nothing. You're right. Get in there. Deep. Invade every personal space. Break every lock. Yes, that's what it is. A quick peek here. A short glance there.
Okay. Und vor allem, warum sind die hier? So langsam werde ich paranoid.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
You know what it is. It's like the two of you know each other. Just ask him.
Oh, I definitely know you from somewhere.
Another life.
Yes, from another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonging to the ranks of the... To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality? Okay, that's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really getting somewhere. Somewhere good. Okay. Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment?
Kim ist cooler.
I'm sure he's fucking flattered. But Kim is not part of the thought experiment. In this one, we're partners.
The lieutenant is silent.
No, because in this thought experiment, we're all police officers in a police station. We don't do crimes. We're not crime bros.
Come on, stop it.
Oh, no. You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes. And let me tell you, it's been quite a privilege seeing you work.
This isn't helping.
You're not going to believe this, but police officers. Yes, sir. Solving crimes, locking up bad guys, and get this, and not getting that drink on at 2 o'clock. Just some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lang. Oh, it's you eccentric genius. I mean, with your unorthodox approach to police work, it has to be you. Not even a little bit.
It's an urban myth about an officer who is so far undercover he can't remember who he is. As I said, just an urban myth. You are not the son of Lang.
Okay, yes, you get the joke. Leave it at that.
Neither can I, partner.
Yes? What is it? Okay. Yes, that was pretty good.
What? No. There are universal standards of good out there, and that was just complete shit.
Jean, he's not right. Treat him like you treat McCoy's little brother.
Lieutenant W. Freighter, John Archetype McCoy's younger brother, Lance McCoy. Although a man of 32 years, will mentally never surpass. No idea. Just passing on
And I'm not going to pretend like he's got a learning disability. You think so?
It was very nice. Different, but good kind of different. I liked it.
She's lying.
Ja.
Probably hated it. They all did.
Okay. Jetzt, ich muss Ruby finden.
It's you again. What is it?
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blade.
So that's what you were squinting at. You were trying to come up with a theory, weren't you?
Yeah, he was cobbling together shit so he could put her away.
Well, let old Titus set your mind at ease then. She didn't do it. She was here all night.
Sunday night, 11:30 to 12:15. She was here all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
No.
That's a lie.
All right, she took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has a complex operation to run from her lorry. She's a busy girl. Always has been.
This complex operation is probably something illegal.
Just 'cause she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot the merc. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
He's been through it. That means he's suspected her too. All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
How? People say there was a pinball arcade here, sometime before the hostel. What was it called, Theo?
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place. Went bankrupt.
Okay, but how'd you get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building. Or an elevator, for that matter.
Doch.
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter
Ach so.
used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop.
Nicht schlecht, Kip.
Thank you.
Bitteschön.
The lieutenant is glad he got the floor plan right there.
Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down. All under 7 minutes.
That's quite the theory. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there.
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of...
Just now. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it?
Wie ist das mit
Why
dem Schuss auf dem Dach?
You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez. Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots. So no, I don't think it was a sniper. It was close up.
Meinst du?
72%. There's a percentage and all. Where'd you get it from? Your guys in the lab?
Definitely lie. The truth is not credible.
Wouldn't hurt to have one of those in Martinez. What else have you got? That puts her on the roof.
Was?
I've seen the winch. I'm not blind. You saying it's part of the elevator she used to get up there? That's one mystery down then. An architectural mystery. Doesn't much concern Ruby, does it? Garbage. It wasn't a Sambo artist call. I've been doing this for 10 years.
It's never a Sambo fighter, and it's never a bullet-bending sniper.
Or ghost. It's never a ghost either. Don't worry, we've got better than that.
Right. What the fuck does that got to do with Ruby?
He makes a gruff gesture for you to continue.
Footprints. Recent.
He looks tough, but there is a nervous twitch in his dark green eye. This is all too close to home for him. The tracks were recent, but not worn down in the right foot like Ruby's. It's best to omit this pesky little polemic for now. Too confusing.
.43 is pretty large for a girl, don't you think? But then Ruby's what you call a butch girl. She's no daffodil.
Yeah, but that's what's so cool about her. It's why we've been thinking...
I know what you've been thinking, Glenn. We'll talk about it. Once the murder charges have been cleared.
Titus, you're not really saying...
He's thinking, all right. Glenn gets silence for an answer. Push forward with this theory.
I don't like guessing, Carl. No one.
It opens the steel door in the kitchen, the one that leads upstairs to the roof. This key was right here, with you, all the time.
Quit jumping to conclusions, Theo. You took that key. Did it look like it was recently put there?
No, the ribbon was old, faded. It'd been there for 20 years at least.
And then put it back? Why? It's damn interesting you found it there, but it doesn't fit with Ruby, and you know it.
It doesn't fit well, but it fits, and he knows it.
Firmly doesn't go well with could've. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we've established. But a route does not put that bullet in his head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2, murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt, in the shape of a gun. Just don't contradict yourself. If it doesn't sound like Ruby did it, maybe keep it to yourself. But what if you miss interesting information that way? The choice is ultimately yours. But
So
it had to come from a breech-loading rifle. Military grade. Not even you militia monkeys have those. This goes against your short-range theory.
Ja.
If the murder weapon was military grade, how did Ruby get it? Right. That's mighty forthcoming of you. So, let me extend you the same courtesy. She's connected to you know what.
organized crime, down in Jamrock probably. He's not being too forthcoming. This is not a surprise.
So she may have access to semi-automatics, but that's a long fucking stretch of the imagination. Yes, goddammit, I know what a 72% chance means. It means there's a 28% chance it isn't that. And 28% is no small chance either.
Das stimmt.
Just making sure we are on the same page. It doesn't all fit. We are just sharing info, candidly.
That looks antique. A Velma grave. It's inoperable. Where'd you get it?
20, maybe 30 rifles, Titus. Also broken, but still, there were too many. And there must be other caches too.
God damn it. We need to close that dump down for good.
It's a goddamn breech loader, too. Find one that works, and you got a military-grade weapon that shoots jacketed ammunition.
He sees it. This is coming together. He must. Time to really close the deal. Show them the bullet. The blonde man looks at the mushroomed Deathbringer in the evidence bag and says,
Yeah, the bitch is jacketed all right. 4mm too.
Whoa. Well, goddamn. It's not proof, but it's a possible murder weapon. Close to her. Too damn close. You have been thorough. I'll give you that.
Danke. Nein, die war es nicht.
All right. Keep talking. I'm getting a bit curious.
T, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component.
Yeah. Like what? A thing? You mean?
Behind his squinting eyes, dominoes are falling. Fast. It's all beginning to make sense to him now.
Yeah, but they're both girls.
Ach was.
Girls like girls too, Angus, sometimes. This is one of those times. She liked Glacier.
Ich habe nichts hinzuzufügen.
Fuck you. First he says she's murdered him. Now she's a too? It's a lie.
Come on, Glenn. She likes Monica's titties more than you do. Everyone knows which way the wind blows there.
I did. I knew it. That's why she didn't fuck me at Fatty's birthday party.
She didn't fuck you, 'cause you're 40, and you still live with your mom, Dennis.
Ruby then threatened her and told her to end her relationship with the deceased.
This is some sordid shit. It's also the kind of garbage our Miss Aronier puts out to cover her own ass. Figures. But that Ruby is queer as cabaret, now that I start thinking about it. So there is some truth to it. And that's okay. Some are queerer than others. You can still be a Hardy. But if you bring your own personal shit into our outfit...
If that's the case, then it's not right. But it's not the case, right?
There are many pieces that fit together that way, Eugene. Face it.
Nah, man. That's just Ruby. She's got shit under control. That's her whole thing. That's why she's so good.
Plus, man, it's like female intuition, you know. Women talk to women. Which is sort of why we need someone on the team who they talk to.
Eugene wants a woman on the team so they can do their job. That must be hard. Half of Martinez is female.
Not so useful.
Fucking hell.
You had expressed, on occasion, your dislike of the mercenaries' presence in Martinez, right?
Whack someone in my district? That doesn't carry much favor with Titus Hardy. She has to know that. And I suppose you have a theory about that too, cop.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration.
You're on thin ice here, asshole.
It's a thought exercise, Titus. Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
Alone. I don't drag
Oh.
my man into shit with me.
Danke für dein Follow.
If she used us,
Das klingt nicht sehr
then that's a
glaubwürdig, wenn
serious
es auf Englisch
violation of
ist.
the Hardy Code, boss.
But she didn't. This is fucking stupid, Titus. This and the queer thing, all of it. Why are more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
There's no fucking leadership challenge. Just when I thought you were taking this seriously, cop.
Man, now he's just
Wollt's
throwing
nur
shit
mal
against the wall
einwerfen,
to
weil
Okay.
ich anklicken
We
konnte.
ruled out infighting. That's how this works, by exclusion. Remember, all we need to do is rule Ruby out too. That's all this is.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod. And a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want. I don't know. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that. Friday afternoon, when you first arrived, I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation. I told you. You. Yes, you. The cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
Nimm mal das.
Sure.
Normal.
You know, when I first saw you limp in here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
Ja, ich habe einen krassen Change wahrscheinlich.
She said you have a funny taste in clothes and that you won't stop until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up like cans.
And then when they're all empty, just move on to the next can. Don't look back unless there was something you missed.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having a go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
Silence. He nods.
You are insistent.
Okay.
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This caught Titus. This caught Pete. But she was too scared. She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn. A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlock. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Who's doing this looking? They're all here.
Lizzie needed some air. No one goes to tell Everard anything. He knows what he has to know. Fast.
It's called a radio, you believe. The gardener may have played you a game when she stormed out. She has her own plan.
Sure, there are some shithouses there. A cinderblock town. Fisherfolk there refuse to unionize. So, that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a Lowry man. It'll have to.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. You know, I don't usually do this. I just measure things, but...
No, we're good.
Why not? You could turn the thing into an actual police force. Afraid you would actually have to follow the law?
Rich boy law is a sham. It only works for the Wild Pines, lady. So keep your lab and watch your ass out there. The coast is a dangerous place for lawman, especially Mr. Can Opener here.
Gut. Check mal hier mal ab.
Okay, the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical Station 41. Weird, right? There's something missing here. Something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. I know it sounds crazy, and you'll probably get laughed at, but still. Yes, just cross it off the list. It's probably not true, though.
Again? I can't believe this shit. I'm going to say no. Just to see what you'll say to that. What'd you say? Okay.
Jean, he said okay. Give it a rest.
Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control agent, something of that kind. Not a cop. Go on with your cop work. Don't let me stop you again.
Wow. Just wow. I hope you really enjoyed yourself up there. Had a cathartic experience. Because for the rest of us, that really sucked.
It's safe to say this is about your karaoke performance.
Good. It's good you're sorry. I'm not letting anyone up there anymore. Now, what did you want? Another thing. Great. I love those. What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. You're not. You're a menace. Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the real cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must. Why? No, fuck it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know why these degenerates do what they do. I thought we had one good guest in the building. What's that supposed to mean? Fuck you, buddy. She's not my taste. Good thing she pays for her stuff on time. I'll forward her the bill and be done with it. Now, was there anything else? I have like 4,000 coasters to stack. And then I need to wash dishes because it turns out I have to do that too now. Oh, okay. Well, I did hear you make noise back there, so good for you.
He's really holding himself back here.
Okay, what is back there? Ha! I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. And they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here too. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean. No, I was just wondering if you found pinball machines there.
He was wondering about something business-related, about how much money he could make of one.
Those machines are whirling property. But if it makes you feel any better, I'm not planning to sell them. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here. Other than the hellish karaoke machine, that one's always causing trouble.
Yeah, those numbers he's adding up must be making good sense to him right now. He should still know. You have to be forewarned about these things.
What? Why would you say that? We're at a completely different address from that whole thing.
So he knows of the doomed commercial area and its address. He's thought about this.
Everyone knows of it.
Oh.
I've been working here for a long time, and that intercom has never been used by the Whirling. It's a sign of the Whirling in Rags not being part of the Doom.
Relax, Mr. Gart. I'm sure there is no doom. He simply wants to share his discoveries with you.
Does this look like part of a doomed commercial area? This pre-revolutionary tilework? These high ceilings? The nice rooms? Well, most of the rooms. For 14 years, man. That's how long I've worked here. I've kept this place up through hail and through sleet. Fuck me, if some doom ghost... Yeah, it's slowly growing on me again. It's beautiful in its own way, even if it is part of the damn doomed commercial area. Yes, your police skills have delivered. I'm sure you'll get a commendation, maybe even a promotion. Some real estate management company. They never come around here, just collect money from afar. Well, it sure as hell wasn't the real estate company.
It was you?
You look surprised. What? It's a great name, I know. Cafeteria managers come up with great names too. It's from a song. Hail, Holy Queen, by the Ateniers. Hail, Holy Queen of the Sea.
Good pick.
Luck has got nothing to do with it. I need to think about where I'm going to place those pinballs. I have a feeling they're going to help.
Against the doom, it's implied.
So, if you didn't have anything else to tell me about my establishment... What wall? I'll have it fixed at once. Thank you for letting me know. I assure you, the Whirling does not abide spying on its guests.
The color has drained from his face.
Absolutely not. Fuck you for even implying it. It wasn't me. It wasn't my staff. The establishment will look at it and ascertain what it was.
Well, he's definitely not lying. He wouldn't endanger this business like that.
Sir, he was only asking a question. It's his job and mine. See that it's covered.
Yes, I absolutely will. Sorry, it's been a bit of a day. And now a hole in the wall. Thank you. I'll patch it up personally. Was there something else? Yes.
Okay. Mal hier nochmal was freischalten. Mal das. Okay. Das würde ich gern. Ich glaube, ich war an der Boje schon. Würde noch mal kurz
Inside,
was
you see a set
abchecken.
of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I... Just a second. Sylvie Malak. Yes. Hello? Oh, great. What else do you need, Detective? No? Not me. No, sorry. People don't have...
So the Union has a phone.
Seems like Lassie wasn't lying when she said it was her. This corroborates her story. She made the call.
Are you sure, Lieutenant? For some reason, you have a little doubt about that.
Yeah, go on. No, not me. What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the court. No one calls... You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here. I didn't want...
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down eventually.
You can almost hear the girl getting smaller on the other end of...
Okay.
You hear...
Anything else I can help you with, Officer 57?
In the cabin, you...
Dann wollen wir mal den Ausweis checken. Der war ganz weit oben. War beim Leuchtturm. Eventuell. Oder? Doch nicht. Wo war das? Und hier noch so die Küste entlang, oder? Was ist denn hier? Oh. Die wird da unten wahrscheinlich rumhängen. Vom Boot. Oh. Was macht die hier? Ist das die? Ich denke. Ich will erstmal Wo ist die Boje? Was steht da nochmal? Da, oder? Mhm.
A metal and plastic contraption bobs up and down amidst the trembling reeds.
That, over there. Must be the boy class you told us about. The one she hid her passport.
Ooh, hidden things. Secrets. You lift the boy out of the water without much effort. It's not tied to anything. The number 11 has been written on the yellow plastic. It hasn't been in the water for...
Simple construction. Very unsafe.
It smells like you would expect it to smell. The water this side of the peninsula is cleaner. There's something in there, splashing around. A shot glass's worth of seawater pours out. Some algae, and nothing else.
Well, damn. I have no idea. Or think we do. This is a small loose end, either way. Not important, I hope. Could be. We should keep an eye out. Nothing more for us to do here. Let's go.
You could ask the miss what she thinks. Later, if you have the time. Though you doubt she'll tell you much at this point.
We still got here too late. There's nothing of use here anymore.
Oh Mann. Kann ich sie nicht jetzt schon fragen? Wir haben jetzt erst Mittag, also ich hätte ja noch gut Zeit. Nun her zu rennen. So. Geht's denn schneller über den Geheimweg oder hier? Ich glaube, hier ist okay.
Officer, it's a fine day for... Oh,
Did you take the documents?
no, of course not. As I said, it would have been too risky for me to use those documents anyway. My employer gave them to me. In truth, I should have destroyed them.
She doesn't seem to be lying. She's genuinely spooked by their disappearance.
Yes, I am. Regardless of who took the documents. It was probably just an accident. I was worried I'd been too careless with the latch.
Oh, wer hat denn das
The
genommen?
documents were probably just washed away.
Meinst du? Oh je. Da lang. Jetzt müssen wir herausfinden, wo Ruby ist. Mal schauen, was die zu sagen hat. Ja.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the... Nay, I haven't seen...
Because she's blind, which you seem to have forgotten.
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other. Ah, I should have known. This is yet another union mess. I'm not afraid of them, you know. We are not in the habit of being afraid around here. There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too.
Möglich. Hallo? Oh.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level with the others. The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched. Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below. Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand though. You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet. A 9mm bullet, to be exact. Fit for all muzzle loaders of that caliber. Like your own Villiers pistol, for example. The floorboard isn't interested. Maybe the washerwoman is. You have enough to confront her with. It's extra ammunition. She's locked and loaded, ready to fight some cops.
Ach, ich hatte eine Kugel. Jetzt habe ich zwei.
Our tenant, the policeman. Damn that girl.
And without anger, a long and harsh life has taught her not to buckle under pressure.
But you didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either. Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl. As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here. She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into, that girl?
That's for the police to find out. Right then, please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
Yes, early with the dogs, around 8 o'clock, I think.
She probably heard the Lieutenant's Kanema drive by, and it woke her up, just like it did you.
Yes. That is a downside of having a 130 kilowatt engine. It lets the bad guys know when you are coming.
I cleaned it, like I always do. No.
The truth, sire.
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself. She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines. How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun. Nothing of the sort. Sure, she was no stranger to the bottle. She fit in that way. But I only knew her to have a beer on the beach. She isn't what you'd call a drunk. Even offered me some from time to time. Said it was part of the community. I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north.
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
I wouldn't worry about that, ma'am. We are persistent.
Yes, it's going to be too much work for you to find her. Better for you to stay here, get a nice cozy fire going in the...
The Feld Electric Mural. You feel like you should go look at it again.
Ja, jetzt
Step
endlich.
Closer this time.
What more do you want? Yes, one thing, she's a good...
Warte, hier kann ich noch was. Machen wir hier noch voll. Endlich kann ich dahin, oder?
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth. There's no echo. And maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer.
No idea. Could be connected to one of the buildings around here. We might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Revachol sewage system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now. In conclusion, she could be under any building. I hope not.
Ich denke mal, da oben wird auch der Schuss herkommen.
You see, a once bright mural, a slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking. Feld Electrical. How ironic. Feld Electrical, you only know them as a small company that makes ink cartridges. Looks like they used to be big. Indeed. Somehow you knew it was here. An urban ruin. You felt it before, when it rained in Martinez, and you felt the cold of the rain.
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there, or in that boat shack. In that church tower, maybe.
Why single out this one building? Even though you're sure you succeeded, all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead, no rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down. Trying to talk to the wind, the city, whatever you thought would happen, did not. And now you're just standing there. Is trying to talk to the city something you've done before? Is it in your secret repertoire? A trick for when you're out of ideas?
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least. And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step too. Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village. Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you. An adventure awaits. An adventure on the windswept urban coast. Suddenly, there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, in through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away.
She's down there.
Okay. Why? Right. How do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically.
Finally, my time to shine.
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
Okay, muss ich da alleine speichern.
A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing.
Ich glaube auch von hier aus wurde
That doesn't
geschossen.
look good at all.
The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground? And you're 180? Not to mention that the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder, Instead, what if you were to do something more subtle? What if you were to reconceptualize climbing the ladder?
Was?
Teleportation is not a thing.
Even if it isn't, no one told you.
This really has nothing to do with adventure. We are dealing with basic physics here. Oh yes, it could hurt. A lot.
Was? Ach so, ich glaube, es ist nur was abgeschlossen.
All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness enfolds you. Zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Bam! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement.
I just saw you climb the ladder. You just climbed it like a regular person.
The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant's voice. Faintly you hear.
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside. Don't go adventuring with a backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here.
One more door. There is no way to open the supply depot door. Accept it. You cannot open all the doors. You have to integrate this into your character. Some doors will forever remain closed, even if every single other door will open at one time or another. Maybe to a key, or maybe to some sort of tool meant for opening doors. But this one will never accede to such commands.
Oh, ich habe noch einen Punkt. Aber das hebe ich mir jetzt, glaube ich, auf. Mal schauen. Habe ich noch einen Punkt zufällig? Nö. Okay. Warte mal, ich speichere nochmal. Also normales Speichern. Hier kann ich nicht lang, oder? Doch. Aber dorthin nicht. Ich glaube, ich brauche langsam meine Taschenlampe. Nimm mal die mal. So. Oh.
Two rusty metal plates that slide apart form a crude door. It's been here under the boardwalk for a while.
What do you mean who's there? It's me, Kim. Stop playing around and help me get the door open.
The
Hey, Kim.
doors seem to be on rails, but they've gotten jammed. You grab a side.
Huh. I hope no one dangerous heard that. After you climbed up to the roof, you mean? There's a maintenance entrance under the boardwalk. It's next to a drain pipe, possibly a storm drain. It was easy to miss before. Yes, we have an exit, so let's get going. Time to investigate these passages.
Ja, warte. Ich will nur abchecken. Okay. Wollte ich auch die ganze Zeit hin.
This isn't just glass. These are old computation components. Yes, filament memories. From the time when wires were cast in glass, slides with an inlaid nervous. The how was a closely guarded secret. The why is easy, because they hadn't come up with modern silicon.
So it is. I think these used to form a single system, slotted in the wall. The rest of the building seems to have been picked. These? No. These are...
Could this have been the killer's hideout? And this narrow window, the point of origin of the shot that killed the mercenary? This does look like an embrasure, a slit made for shooting out of. Outside the window, desolation. Snow falls softly onto the coastal sand, where it melts almost instantly. On rooftops, it lingers.
It's a great place to hide, certainly. But there hasn't been anyone here in ages. Indeed, no one could get a clear view. Well, at least we've been thorough. I like thorough.
Wie ist es ausgeschlossen? Wie komme ich zur Insel? Das, da komme ich ja noch
A
gar nicht.
mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted, gazes at you with sad eyes. A plaque reads, K. Mazov. Years' worth of dust is shaken off. Someone crouches, heels digging into wet sand.
Yes. Looks like some latter-day radicals were hiding out here. Half a century? I think the purpose of this bunker was to produce propaganda. We have found a lot of those lately.
Good hiding place for someone who's up to no good.
I won't stand in your way, but only after we're through. Millions of depictions of Mazov have... You mean like Ruby? No.
Date of birth generator. You were born in the year 07. In the last year of the commune of Revachol, right before it fell, in the old military hospital on the ground floor, where people usually came to die during a snowstorm.
was ich noch abchecken wollte. Was hat die da eigentlich mit ihrem Boot da gemacht? Das will ich jetzt erstmal... kurz abchecken.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. Oh? Who? Okay. When did this person stay here? Oh. I've been out on the sea for... Yes, that's the optimal time. Got to make... Sorry I couldn't help you out. Maybe... Well, how can I assist you then?
So.
I'll just keep the Cordeleche in the channel, if that's okay. It's too... Hi, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the... Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty.
Something about the way she says it makes you want to sing.
Oh, jetty, oh, jetty. It's good to see you here, detectives. I only just...
What brings you here?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it.
That. And she's also keeping an eye on you.
Spying has such a negative connotation. I did try. Then there's the matter of that little scamp in old lady clothes. How do I like it?
Water drips down eaves of Eton. The smell of salt and...
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name. All the men are dead or missing. I'm surprised that woman has...
Dark eyes survey the coast.
Fortunately for you, madame.
All right. Politics time. Let's react.
She could easily just...
Above you, their cloud shadows.
Have I told you how they discovered this place? No, they're in Celindian, Isola. I'm guessing you don't know then. Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of... I knew you would sympathize. Most Revacholians remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist?
Do we?
I hear you have... Maybe there is something else I can assist you with, while you're hot in pursuit?
Okay, okay. Haben wir das kurz mal geklärt. Die Insel, die war eigentlich ziemlich unwahrscheinlich, ne? Aber halt auch nicht unmöglich. Vom jetzigen Stand aus. Von da bin ich gekommen, ne? Können wir zusammen da hoch? Na, wobei jetzt, wir haben es ja eigentlich ausgeschlossen, ne? Ja, okay, okay. Spuren. gehen da lang. Ich schau erstmal hier. Okay.
There it is again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp.
No, what do you mean? I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh. Looks like our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next. Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and the Wild Pines will do? We'll set in motion events we have no control over.
You will upset the balance of power in Martinez. The deadlock between the company and the Union will destabilize. This part of town is a fine clockwork puzzle. Disturb its peace and it will start breaking down uncontrollably. Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail.
I leave that to your judgment. You already know what I think about cross-pollinating information like this. It's dangerous, but...
He just can't be sure. Maybe it will yield something useful.
Yes. There won't be time for that once things go down. Matter of fact, I don't think there's time for it now, but... Well, we are not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground.
If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done.
I think I see a cavern. Maybe more cellars? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise.
I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking.
Or maybe not. Either way, once we go deeper, there will be no turning back.
Speichern.
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain, like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice. It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once. But her words are the only ones you can make out.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse. Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
As she says the word officer, you feel a spike in the agony. It sounds like the entire radio frequency range is screaming directly into your neural pathways. That's an awful decision. Why would you not want to shield yourself from it? It's an entirely new type of experience. Way worse than all the previous ones.
I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field. A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal. Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for... At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used...
She likes telling you about the machine. Keep her talking. Look for an opportunity to break loose.
The pail? It's the end of the world. I built it myself.
And she's proud of it too. As she ought to be. This is way beyond you.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that.
Oh yeah. Way beyond. No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself, though. It's a bit like waking out of a very confused... Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through. Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
So she thinks of you as hunters, not cops. And of herself merely as prey.
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
Damn this!
God damn it. Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
The gun she's carrying is a 2-barreled front loader. Well, it doesn't feel much better, but you can form sentences. There's only 3 meters between you and the machine. Be careful when you make your move. That'll be it for questions. Bide your time.
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while. So you found my shack, huh? I'm not surprised. So nice. That's one knife I didn't want to find in my back.
As opposed to the other knives she's finding there now. Hardy for one.
This could have turned out pretty bad for me if you hadn't walked right into 25 bands of ultra-high frequencies.
That's her admitting the bullet was an emergency exit.
No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching, though I doubt that makes much of a difference to you. Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first. Oh, well, I guess I always knew she was a survivor above all else. But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me? Oh, fuck. Took some convincing my ass. And those guys liked me, I know it. If this is what happens to people whom people like, how the fuck do the rest of you get by? I did, didn't I? Now you've come for me. Fuck them all the same. What shit? I told you I didn't do it. Sounds pretty simple to me.
A strong moral compass. She still wants the opportunity to make a case for herself.
No. Gifts of flowers and candy aren't really my style. So now I'm leaving revolutionary symbols around? Come on. I never did understand why, when someone dies, a hothouse is worth of... No, I did not. I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types. Plenty of broken people who don't come with that kind of body count. Besides, you think I was envious of his conquests? Look, pussy's not a problem for me. And definitely not a reason to off someone. Yeah, sure. And I didn't like wild pines sending in those foreign hirelings. I'm listening. Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon me. You mean the length of a toilet break? That wouldn't even have been enough time. Wow, now I'm curious. Please, explain. Don't know it, but also...
Evaluating your competence as a police officer.
The shot couldn't have come from the roof, or we would have all heard it downstairs.
She has a point
Ja.
there. No one mentioned.
Doch, das hat wer erwähnt. Dass man nichts gehört hat.
And? No, they're not practical. Break to the gun store. Trigger Happy Jacks. What did you think? That I'm going to squeal on my gun supplier? Sorry, I'm not that kind of gal. Sure don't.
The breech loader?
No.
This is such a wipeout.
A knocked-away AD front loader. Two-barreled. Not really what you were looking for, I guess.
That isn't it.
Yeah, evidence. I considered her a good friend, yeah. What the hell, man? Yeah, why not? I've gotten worse.
Her hand slipped from the dial of the compressor for a moment, almost turning it down.
I'm not following your clever insinuations, Detective. If I want to stare at a pretty girl, I can pick one up at a bar. Or, worst case scenario, look at a naughty photo. Who has time to go skulking about the whirling, drilling holes in walls? Nope. Look, she has an effect on people. That je ne sais quoi that makes it impossible. For the same reason that she's everyone's type as an object of desire, she's not irreplaceable. Oh, so that's where you were going with this. Well, that's a very sentimental way of putting it. We both had pasts who didn't want to catch up with us, and we enjoyed listening.
The lieutenant watches her expectantly. Okay?
Okay, fine. I was into her. Clausy was into me too for a time, I know it. We even fooled around once. And yeah, after that I thought maybe we could make a go of it.
Clausia only said they maybe kissed. Someone is lying here.
If that's what she wants on the record, so be it. I'm not about to go into details for you to jerk off to later.
Really? Is that blood on the ground before?
Yeah, really? She rejected me with some wishy-washy bullshit about how she was confused because she felt so close to me. I knew that wasn't the whole story, but thought, fine, I'll take it and move on. Yeah, one time when we'd both been drinking, I said some heated I was a little worried she'd blow it out of proportion in her head. All the drugs she was doing can make you feel like you're living in a DeLorean. Yeah, the girl seemed terrified. The merc was beyond caring what happened to his mortal coil. It was a no-brainer. Go ahead. Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Claudia's rooftop. The view's pretty bomb, too. But you might say the antenna was the main attraction. It's very powerful. I used it to tune into... Yes, I'm sure. And... Yeah? Where? How should I know?
Those rings around her eyes.
Police radio?
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there. He was still warm. But the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead.
She eyes you. Where?
It's okay. We just want to...
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to her. Oh yeah, super. But I didn't think too much of it at first. No, I really didn't. She's not that easy. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she'd...
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
What? No. Faking a lynching was her idea.
Was?
Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able to get a hold of herself once we got up there. It was like she was another person.
You can see it. Her lips, though still white, don't seem to tremble as much anymore.
She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck. To fake lividity.
She lied to you about that, too.
No, man.
Yeah. I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed. As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything downstairs. No gunshot, nothing.
But even if this is true, weren't you worried this lynching might lead to...
War? The thought crossed my mind. But the mercenary's death was going to have repercussions either way.
She doesn't want to talk about this, but not because she has something to hide.
Fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me. I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around.
So this is what she was scared to tell Titus. This cop.
Yes, you. Everyone says you're his peon, his human can opener.
Through the sudden sharp pain in your head, you fucking hell. And why me? It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded.
Everyone in Jamrock. The cops, the criminal.
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
Harry Dubois. One corrupt motherfucker with the disco pants and a funny tie.
All of this just means that you're effective. Criminals know you and are scared of you.
Right. Sure. You don't know. Yeah, sure.
She doesn't believe you.
I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough. You know what I did. I fucked him over. And now I have Harry Can Opener in my lair. Fuck it, Titus.
Wait, one thing. Possibly small, but she said you rolled into town. Was that you singular or plural? She might know something.
Yeah, you had your death squad with you. What happened to them anyway? Well, it wasn't this scrawny dude. You had 2 guys and a lady. The guys looked pretty buff. Lady wasn't bad either. One of the guys seemed chipper, a blonde. The other had a brooding something or other about him. And the woman was the only one. That sound about right?
No idea who these people are, literally.
Well, This has been a great talk, really. But I think I'm going to...
She needs it. You better make your move soon.
What bunker? Don't know anything about it. No one's been around since I set up camp. But I'm sure I'm not the first guy.
Keep calm. Breathe in. After the pain recedes, it's a little clearer. You did it. The compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head again. It still hurts like hell, but...
All good, officer. Be careful.
She looks at the machine, assessing the damage. Her hand trembles.
Oh, fuck it.
She's truly desperate. She thinks she has no other options. You know. This is how you talk her out of it. It's the only scenario in which she lives. She stares at you, frozen, the gun still in her mouth, eyes filled with dark intensity. Then something shifts in her. Her neck and shoulders relax, and her grip on the gun loosens. She runs past you, then past the lieutenant, and disappears into the darkness of the tunnel.
Good call.
Yeah, I'm sure. I would have done the same had I not been incapacitated. Her tent. We should check it out.
Ay, ay, ay. Die Blonde macht mich fertig mit ihren Lügen.
The plain red tent. It was pitched by practiced hands. The tent looks old, but well, it reeks of cigarettes. Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror.
See anything?
Rager Monthly. Journal of Material. You pocket the worn brown...
We should read this immediately.
A thick journal. The cover is worn like someone used to carry it around. It's made of full-grain leather. The lower left, Schneller, is a stationery brand from Gottwald. She's got good taste and must have taken whatever she recorded. The journal falls open. About 2/3 the large cursive of someone who wrote perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have... It's a mix of logistical...
It's good she left in a hurry. We could learn a lot from this.
Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes.
Esoteric radio technology. The most short, wry observations of people. The way some of those question marks trail off into it. The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. She is referring to betraying her previous employer. Does this suggest she did it? That name isn't mentioned as far as you can tell. Small wonder. Would you talk about La Puta Madre in your journal? You do see an M, though. La Puta Madre. Great. M's peon is coming to town. no doubt to investigate the lynching, but also I feel it in my gut to finally put a bullet in my head while I'm napping in my lorry or on a smoke break. Well, I won't stick around just to twist my own neck. Then again, isn't that what I've been doing? The call? Did M call her personally? Why? Been holed up here for 3 days now. I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know when I'll be able to leave. Did M feel truly betrayed by me? I was feeling threatened. He'd have to know if he threatened people. They'd take measures to protect them. The entry ends abruptly.
Na so, ist wieder was fertig. Okay.
The most recent entry is from today. Even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run. Not really my idea of the open road. Man, I was really looking forward to winning.
It looks like she might have been framed.
Möglich.
No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your precinct if you want to be sure. The head of a major Jamrock gang, specializing in drug production and trafficking. A very bad person.
He's not 100% sure you're not indebted to this very, very bad person.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that. We have other reasons to arrest her. Besides, I'm not sure her life as a fugitive is going to be much better than we does. Especially if she has problems with the Madre. Classy was the one who pointed the finger at Ruby. Perhaps she was trying to steer us away from herself, or... maybe she had an accomplice. Either way, we need to keep an eye on her. One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling and rags. Questions to ask. We should...
Okay, okay. Also Schmerzgrenze könnte der mehr ertragen. Holy.
Regular law official. You've done it, Harry. Whatever else you are, you're also boring now. It was not easy.
Alle
You spent
Lerngrenzen
most
auf
of your
3
life
erhöht.
trying to funk.
Wait. Boah. Das ist cool.
The plane read it was pitch.
So, sonst noch was? Ich glaube, wir sind hier durch, oder? Gut. Was steht denn hier drin? Ich gehe zum Auto. Dann mache ich erstmal eine Pause. Ups.
Stop. Now, it is time. Crisis, death. You can feel it in your blue soul. Be prepared. Make sure you have your pepper box in your hand. Your fingers reflexively reach for the Villiers 9mm pistol in your pockets.
Then you'd better get ready. Whatever happens, I've got your back.
Na dann.